League season has come to an end. Liverpool have been crowned champions. The teams playing Champions League football now know who they are, and individual awards are being given out. So I thought it's only right that I do my team of the season for the Premier League campaign 24-25 season. Now, let me know your thoughts down below, who you agree with, who you disagree with, and what is your starting 11 for team of the season. Now, in goal, I'm going to go with Sells. I think it's a well-deserved goalkeeper as well for the season. He's been absolutely immense for Nottingham Forest. And yeah, Nottingham Forest's drop-off towards the latter stages of the season has been evident, but I think he's been a consistently good player for them. And there's been individual moments in the season that has stood out to me where he's helped them comfortably pick up 3 points. And of course, that big game against Liverpool, it didn't change the title winners or who was going to end up winning the title. And now in hindsight, but obviously in that moment, he just had a phenomenal game. I think he's consistently been a good goalkeeper, so I have to go with Sells. Now, at right back is a bit of an interesting one because I think Munoz has been good at Crystal Palace. I think Trent has been okay, but I think for me, it could be Ola Aina as well. I'm going to go with Ola Aina at right back. I think, again, similar to the goalkeeper, he's been consistently good throughout the season. That back line that Nottingham Forest actually have had throughout the season have been a great back line as well. Murillo as well, for me, is going to be a centre-back pairing. Arguably, it could have gone to his partner as well. Centre back next to him is none other than, I think, Virgil van Dijk. Consistently been the best centre back in the league, in Europe as well, has been immense for Liverpool. And a lot of attention goes towards probably what Mohamed Salah has done throughout the season for Liverpool. But that base of their backline, or the defensive structure of their backline, led by Virgil van Dijk, has been so important. Given the fact that a lot of the time at Liverpool, he's been playing with different centre back partners, covering a lot for Robertson, who has not had the best of seasons for Liverpool and has been slowly declining, and Liverpool are probably going to upgrade on that. But Virgil van Dijk has been a leader, lifting the title for them as well. So I'm going to have to go with Virgil van Dijk. And at left back, I'm going to go with Anthony Robertson at Fulham. Could have been Milos Kerkez as well. Could have been Aït-Nouri at Wolves as well. But I think for me, Robinson, double-digit assists, only 7, 8 players, I think, maybe have double-digit assists in the season for a left-back as well at Fulham. Imagine what he would be doing if he was in a higher quality team that is, creating regular chances, putting regular deliveries in, having a centre forward that's regularly putting away the chances. Anthony Robertson is a great left back, and the way that Fulham played through him in the season, you can see it. He's able to drive the ball forward, he's able to put balls into the box, he's able to play 1-2s, he's able to hit the byline, play a ball across, a rapid ball if necessary, a ball in the air if necessary. The different alternating types of deliveries that he can put in the box has been on show throughout the season. So I'm giving it to Anthony Robertson. But if you say Kerkez, if you say even Aït-Nouri, I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think Arsenal fans might try to shoehorn Miles Lewis-Skelly in there, but I don't think Lewis-Skelly has had an overall better season. Maybe you can have the conversation about how he's broken into the Arsenal team and cemented himself as a left back for them. But in terms of consistent output throughout the season and high quality output, I think Robertson for me absolutely is the starting left back there for team of the season. Now in the midfield, you guys might not agree with me, but it's going to be a free midfield pairing that has 2 Liverpool players in there, in my opinion. Ryan Gravenberch, best young player in the season, has been amazing, immense for Liverpool, especially in the first 5 months of the season. He was huge. I think the little drop off that he had from maybe February onwards, maybe it wasn't of the quality that you were used to in the first 5 or so months of the season, but it was still a high quality output for him. I can't mention or discuss 5 bad games that he's had this season. I don't think he's got that. And the way that he's adapted from Klopp's final season to Arne Slot's first season, for me, he's been, without a shadow of a doubt, I think all the other midfielders is debatable, but I think Gravenberch's position in team of the season is not debatable. And being part of that title-winning Liverpool team as well, there's no surprise that I think that they've got multiple players in team of the season. Now, next to him, I'm actually going to say Moises Caicedo. I think he's been Chelsea's best player throughout the season. And I also think no one's talking about the price tag anymore that Chelsea brought him for. And that's because he's continuously playing good. People might try and wonder and try to fit Cole Palmer in here. They might try to put Declan Rice in there. I think there's a couple of midfielders that are unlucky to miss out. But again, like I said, the argument is there for anybody. It's about how you address your argument. And I just think Caicedo and Gravenberch for me have just been that step higher. And then next to them as well, or just ahead of them, however the formation is for me, it's McAllister. McAllister is underappreciated in Europe. When you're talking about the best midfielders in Europe, you're talking about Vitinha, you're talking about Pedri, you're talking about Barella. You have to put McAllister in that conversation as well, because McAllister has been one of the best midfielders in England and in Europe this season as well. Maybe Liverpool not going that far in the Champions League has a hindrance to that, but I think that he's been, even outside of Mohamed Salah, you could say that he might have been Liverpool's second best player this season. He's been so immense. Next season, that partnership that he has with Gravenberch is probably going to be another important partnership for Liverpool. I think people who are unlucky to miss out in my team of the season, Tonali, Bruno G, Bruno Fernandes maybe, but I can't justify putting Bruno Fernandes. As a Man United fan, I'd love to put him in, but I can't justify it when Man United are that far down the table. I can't justify it. For me, being part of team of the season, it's also about how you perform and your output for the team, but also how that kind of equals to success for your team. And I can't put Bruno Fernandes, unfortunately, in my team of the season. Morgan Rogers, I think, has been great. I think Morgan Gibbs-White, another midfielder who has been great as well. But for me, that's my midfield. Is Declan Rice has been all right, but I don't think Gravenberch is undebatable for me. McAllister and Caicedo, if you were to take one out, let me know who you would take out of there. And the front three, I think, builds itself comfortably. Mohamed Salah, best player in the league this season, dragging Liverpool to the title with the support of all the other players that I mentioned. Up front, Alexander Isak, best striker in the league, best number 9 in the league. Maybe Chris Wood is unfortunate not to miss out on that, but I just think Alexander Isak, on top of the fact of what he did, for what he's done throughout the Premier League season, but also how immense he's been to help them win the Carabao Cup. And on the left-hand side, Brian and Mbeumo. Only Isak and Salah have more goal involvements in the Premier League than him. Like, him and Wissa's partnership is underappreciated. It's the same way I think McAllister's underappreciated. Wissa and Mbeumo's partnership is underappreciated. And maybe it's down to the lack of quality at left wing in the Premier League. But that's my front three. Again, like I said, it's debatable. You can maybe put Cunha in there, you can maybe put Wissa in there, you can maybe put Chris Wood in there. But for me, that's my team of the season that I'm going with. In terms of manager of the season, I think everybody knows is probably Arne Slot. But I also think Nuno at Nottingham Forest gets a shout as well. I think he gets a shout as well for what he's done with Nottingham Forest. And obviously, depending on how their summer turns out, he might leave, he might not leave. We don't really know. But this is the first team of the season in a long time, and conversations of a team of the season in a long time that I can remember that doesn't have a Manchester City player in there. Next season, it might be different. Maybe Marmoush might be in there. Maybe Haaland might be back in there. Maybe Phil Foden might be back in there. Maybe Reinders might be there if they buy him. But I think it's no surprise that there's a Liverpool player in each kind of area, in defence, in midfield, in attack. It's no surprise. They've won the league. They've been the best team throughout a majority of the season. Bukayo Saka for me has missed quite a lot of the season, as well as Gabriel missing the latter stages of the season. Gabriel could have been a shout as well in centre back pairing as well. But let me know what you think, guys. Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? Are there a lot of hot takes in there? Who has been your standout player for the season? Who's been your disappointing player to watch in the season? I don't really like to shine a light on negativity, but let me know who has been underwhelming to watch. I think one of my most exciting teams to watch throughout the early stages of the season was Bournemouth. Bournemouth was such an exciting team to watch under Areola, Semenyo, Kirkes, Dean Howson, who's now on his way to Real Madrid. They were a really exciting team to watch, but I feel like the last month or so, maybe it's because I'm a United fan, but the Premier League has become it's become a bit of a bore fest. And next season, I'm hoping there's a lot more competitiveness. I think right now, going into the summer, you can see already Premier League teams are being active in the transfer window and trying to improve their team. So I think it's going to be a good season next year. But let me know your thoughts down below. Be sure to hit the like button, guys. Be sure to subscribe as well if you're new here.